Please, sir, just one night. I have nowhere else to go. The girl's voice trembled as she stood outside the tall iron gates of a mansion. She looked thin, tired, and dirty, as if life had stripped her of all dignity. Her eyes begged for mercy. She wasn't asking for food or money. She only wanted permission to sleep in the old doghouse near the garden. The mansion belonged to Victor Hale, a self-made millionaire. Known for his sharp business deals and intimidating presence, Victor rarely let strangers near his property. But that night, he stood on his balcony and noticed the girl. Her desperation was real. She wasn't pretending. She was shivering, hugging her knees as if the night air would swallow her whole. Victor walked down to the gates. His guard stepped aside. The girl lifted her head, nervous and frightened. "You want to sleep in the doghouse?" Victor asked, almost disbelieving. "Yes," she whispered. "Please, just tonight. I'll leave before sunrise." Victor studied her carefully. She couldn't have been more than 19 or 20. Her clothes were torn, her shoes barely holding together. Yet her eyes had strength, not the dullness of someone who had given up. That intrigued him. The guard frowned. "Sir, we shouldn't allow this. She could be lying. She could be trouble." Victor raised his hand, silencing him. "What's your name?" "Emily," the girl said. Her voice cracked. For a moment, Victor considered sending her away. After all, he was a man who valued his privacy above all else. But something inside him shifted. Perhaps it was the raw honesty in her eyes. Or perhaps, deep down, he remembered his own childhood when he had slept on cold floors, abandoned and forgotten. "You can stay," Victor finally said. "But not in the doghouse." Emily's eyes widened. "Then where?" Victor pointed to the servants' quarters. "There's an empty room, small but clean. You'll be safe there." Emily shook her head quickly. "No, please, I don't want to trouble anyone. The doghouse is enough." Victor almost laughed. This was the first time someone had refused his generosity. He sighed. "Fine, but only tonight." That night, Emily curled up inside the old doghouse at the edge of the garden. The mansion's dogs had died years ago, and the small shelter was empty. It wasn't warm, but it was better than the streets. For the first time in days, she felt safe enough to close her eyes. Victor watched her from his study window. He couldn't understand why he cared, but something about her stirred old memories. Memories of hunger, of rejection, of being invisible. The next morning, Victor walked out expecting her to be gone. But Emily was still there. She had cleaned the doghouse, arranged some leaves neatly, and even washed the garden path with water from the hose. She smiled at him shyly. "Thank you for letting me stay," she said softly. "I'll go now." Victor stopped her. "Where will you go?" Emily hesitated. "I don't know, but I can't stay here. I don't belong." For reasons he couldn't explain, Victor said, "You'll stay until you figure things out." Emily froze. "What?" "You heard me. You can't wander the streets with no plan. You'll stay here. Work if you want. Help the staff. I don't care. But you'll stay safe." Tears welled up in her eyes. No one had ever spoken to her with such firmness and care at the same time. That day marked the beginning of something neither of them expected. Days turned into weeks. Emily proved herself to be hardworking, humble, and kind. She helped the staff, cleaned the garden, and even fix small things around the mansion. The guards who once distrusted her began to respect her. But what shocked everyone was how Victor himself changed. He started spending time in the garden, watching Emily work. Slowly, he opened up about his past. He told her about the days when he had been poor, living in shelters, surviving on little food. Emily listened quietly, never judging, only encouraging him to share more in return. She revealed her own story. Her parents had died in a car accident. She was raised by distant relatives who treated her like a burden. When she turned 18, they threw her out. She had wandered from town to town, working odd jobs until she had nothing left. Victor listened carefully, and something inside him softened. He saw himself in her, his younger, struggling self. Soon, whispers spread among the staff. The girl who came begging to sleep in the doghouse has captured the master's heart. But Victor didn't care about gossip. For the first time in years, he felt alive. He felt human.